What up, New York Giant Nation? It is your boy, Mac the Giants fan, and this is the true blue aftermath. Let's go!
You want to be great, you got to work at it, right?
What is going on out there, New York Giant Nation? Here, your boy Mac the Giants fan here with another edition of the true blue aftermath. Oh man, another painful home loss for the New York Giants, man. Defense went out there, played out of their fucking mind for the majority of this game. Wasn't for pretty much the one big fluke play on the first drive. That was a fluke play pretty much. With Joe Burrow's scrambling 45 yards for a touchdown. That shit don't happen on a normal basis. This defense played great. But what did the offense go out there and do? The offense goes out there and gives us 7 fucking points. 7 goddamn points. That's it. That's all this offense can muster. 7 fucking points. 2 missed field goals, drive the ball down deep in Bengal territory, turn the ball over. So come away with nothing on that drive as well. Yet the defense played out of its fucking mind. This Bengal offense has been lighting defenses up all season, and they could only muster 17 points tonight. And this team has been scoring up into the 30s pretty much every game this season. Yet I just don't understand what this team tries to accomplish offensively sometimes. It is confusing to me. I just don't get the play calling. I don't get a lot of what's going on out there. I just don't understand. It's like 3rd and fucking 8 and we're throwing little 5-yard passes and shit like that. I don't get it. I don't get it. Defensively, it was, Brian Burns, probably his best game as a New York Giant thus far. Brian Burns played sensational. Azeez Ojulari stepping in for Kayvon Thibodeau played absolutely great. I think it's time we realize that even when Kayvon comes back, got to get Azeez on the field a lot more than he has been. Played great out there. Dexter Lawrence is Dexter Lawrence, man. He's going to always be a problem in the middle of that defense. 4 more sacks for this Giant defense tonight, taking the sack total up to 26 on the year, still leading the league in that category. And just overall, even in the back end, the defense was playing pretty solid all night against these great Bengal receivers, man. Jamar Chase, he didn't really do too much damage to you. All things considering, T. Higgins, 7 catches, 77 yards, but he had to work hard for those 77 yards. Same with Jamar Chase with his 5 catches for 72 yards. He had to work extremely hard for that shit. Joe Burrow, probably his worst game of the season statistically. It's just I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. I can't understand it, and I'm not gonna sit here and make it about our quarterback because it's not all on him. He's not the only one out there. We got to stop doing this shit. Like, yes, did he play great? No. But he's also not the only person out there on the field offensively. The guys are not making plays. It's just like, it just is what it is, man. We just don't seem to have those like serious threatening playmakers or whatever. It's just, or we're just not putting guys in the right position, man. Darius Slayton leads the way again with 6 catches, 57 yards. Actually, him and Tyrone Tracy had the exact same stat line from the receiving standpoint, as Tracy also had 6 catches for 57 yards. Tyrone Tracy, by the way, also. Oh, yeah, when Devin Singletary's back in this lineup, it's without a doubt that the carries need to be split a little more evenly. Devin Singletary does not need to be considered the bell cow because Tyrone Tracy, he's earned the right to equal touches, and that's just straight up. He's earned the right to equal touches. Before I keep going on, let me say a couple shout out to my guy, No Mets, No Nets, No Jets in the chat, man. Big task at hand in the chat. Appreciate you all dropping in. Daniel Barry, most definitely appreciate all of y'all dropping in, man. But Yeah, I agree, man. Tyrone Tracy is definitely ready. I mean, that kid has big time playmaking ability written all over him, man. Big time playmaking abilities written all over that kid. And I think it's time to just, I think we need to focus more on him and put Devin Singletary more in that secondary role, honestly. I think Tyrone Tracy needs to lead away. Tyler Nubin, another big game for Tyler Nubin. 9 tackles, 5 of them solo. Tyler Nubin just continues to grow as a player. Second round draft pick. Tyler Nubin really been stepping it up over the course of the last few weeks, man. And he's become a big time factor on this New York Giant defense, man. But it like Drew Phillips, yeah, Drew Phillips once again in there making plays, sticking his nose in there. Like I said, it's not nothing much I can really say bad about the defense, man. Like I said, you get that one big fluke play on the first drive with Joe Burrow scrambling 45 yards for a touchdown. Like I said, that never happened. That's like they said that was double. That was twice. That they said that was his longest career run ever. Before prior to that was 23 yards. So I mean, come on, that was just some fluke shit. I mean, and then they got the touchdown late in the game, obviously, but at that point, the writing was kind of on the wall anyway. They were either they was going to score that touchdown or they were going to get a first down and run the clock out any damn way and beat us 10-7, which would have been even more gut wrenching, to be honest. So I'm almost glad they did put that last touchdown on the board just for whatever purposes. I mean, because losing 10-7 would have really sucked. I mean, even though a loss is a loss no matter what. I know it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense what I just said, but it makes sense in my mind because it would have sucked to lose 10-7. But you got to get your act together at home, New York Giants. This is just ridiculous right now. You're torturing the home fans, man. You are torturing the fans that come out and see you play at home, man, at MetLife Stadium. It's just not good enough. You're not putting a good enough product out there, man. Like I said, and the thing is, the defense came ready to play, fired up, ready to play. That first time Brian Davis went for it on fourth down and he didn't get it, defense came out, responded, and took the ball right back. Took the ball right back. I just don't, man. It's painful. Set up late. I got to get up, work 5 o'clock in the goddamn morning. And yet I'm sitting up, and I'm watching this fuckery of a game. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. Like, we had so many opportunities in this game. So many opportunities. And I don't want to talk about who's not here because they weren't here. I don't want to talk about who wasn't on the field. Malik Neighbors wasn't out there. So I don't want to hear about what would have happened if Malik Neighbors was out there. I don't want to talk about that because he wasn't out there. And the point blank in the period is, without him, we had very much of an opportunity to still get the job done and win this fucking game. We held the Bengals to their lowest point total of the season, if I'm not mistaken, and yet they still squeak out a victory against us. No excuse for that. Their defense has been absolutely terrible all season long. Through the first 5 games, their defense was absolutely abysmal. But yet, tonight, our offense can't seem to get anything accomplished against them. I just don't understand. It's like watching. It was like that Cowboy when we played the Cowboys a couple weeks ago. Come in with their they weren't able to stop the run at all, and then all of a sudden against us, it was like 24 carries for 26 yards or something like that in that game. Well, thanks to Tyrone Tracy, it wasn't quite that bad this week, but even still, man, I mean, he turned it on a bit in the second half, but I agree, no mess. There's a disconnect with this offense, man. Big time disconnect. I just don't. I don't know what they're doing out there, man. It's something just not right. It's just something complete. I don't know. I watch other teams. They make it look so easy sometimes. Like even in clutch right there, 3rd and 12. That pass that Joe Burrow threw to what the hell was that guy's name? I don't even remember that dude's name. Andre, whatever the hell his name is. That pass he threw to that guy, 3rd and 12, that was just insane, man. You cannot allow things like that to happen. I mean, as good as defense played, that play was a backbreaker. You get off the field right there, you still have very much a legitimate chance to win this football game. So, I mean, damn. I mean, yes, is this team a bit snake bitten when it comes to the injury bug? Yeah, sure. But the defense played great without Kayvon Thibodeau. The kicking game, not so much. Obviously, without Graham Gano, without Jamie Gillian, the kicking game wasn't spectacular by no means. Well, the punter didn't do a terrible job. Obviously, he played pretty well considering we just signed him yesterday. But still, I mean, just what's going on, Jersey? Appreciate you stopping in. But this game, man, it was just gut wrenching, man. Gut wrenching from the start, man. Just because you just watched it, you kind of saw the writing on the wall. The offense just wasn't getting anything done, man. You go into the locker room, offense hadn't at halftime. Offense still hadn't managed to score anything. Oh, I just don't know, man. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to say. I almost wish we could just play every game on the road at this point. Just no more home games because this team just can't seem to get it done in this stadium at all, any way, shape, or form. It's just ugly performance after ugly performance after ugly performance, man. Yeah, you're right. Offense was absolutely terrible tonight, man. I mean, you got Daniel Jones, 22 of 41 for 205 yards and that interception, which was absolutely terrible when you had Tyrone Tracy just streaking up the sideline pretty much all by himself. I don't know how you missed, how you don't hit Tyrone Tracy on that play is beyond me. It was literally wide open. Literally just wide open. I just don't get it. And it was an easy throw. And it would have been an easy throw. So, like, things like that you just can't have, man. And then, like I said, you watch all the young quarterbacks all around the league, and you just see the potential that these guys have. I mean, even down to Spencer Rattler today, I mean, yeah, they got their ass kicked, but at the end of the day, Spencer Rattler overall, considering it was his first start, didn't play too bad for a fifth-round draft pick in his first fucking career start. I mean, same with in the Denver, Bo Nix, it's not always the prettiest, but he's scrapping, man, and he's not necessarily the reason why they're losing when they do lose. It's just, I mean, 5 yards average per pass, Daniel Jones. It's got to be better than that. You're in year 6, man. You got to do better, man. Got to figure out a way to connect, and I just don't know why he cannot throw the deep ball anymore. I can't understand how this guy went from his rookie season. He used to throw a very pretty deep ball, like nice. He was nice with it, and I just don't know what's happened. Like, he cannot seem to connect on deep passes at all anymore. Like, it's just like, can't seem to put it up there where the receiver can make a play. Like, I don't get it, man. It's everything with this offense, man. I mean, had over 100 yards on the ground collectively. Big part of that was Daniel Jones and Tyrone Tracy, obviously. Pretty much the only part of that for real, honestly. But this team is just, I mean, yeah, I understand the injuries, but every team got to deal with it, man. I can't let that be an excuse. Every team got to deal with the injuries, man. And sure, we had some big ones, but at the end of the day, they didn't really seem to play a part in this loss, because like I see, Azeez Ojulari stepped in admirably for Kayvon Thibodeau and had a hell of a game. And the same, like on the other side of the ball, without Malik Neighbors, man, guys, they were showing the ability, man, to be able to make things happen, but just wasn't making it happen. Like I said, and I blame some of it on just a straight up play call, and I just don't get what we're doing out there from a philosophy standpoint. You don't challenge. I don't feel like this offense challenges the defense enough. And that's part of my problem, where they don't push the envelope. How many pass interferences do we draw a game? Like, you get a couple here and there, maybe, but like we got that one tonight, but I don't understand. Like, we don't press the issue. You gotta like try to make things happen down the field sometimes, man. And we just don't. And then when we even a couple times we do attempt, it's just usually a failed attempt because for whatever reason there's a big time disconnect. Maybe you're right. Maybe this kid, maybe something's wrong with his eyes. Maybe he does have bad night vision. I don't know. Something is definitely off, man. You're right. I mean, he looks like he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He honestly does. There was one pass DJ threw to him where I felt like it really wasn't that bad of a ball, and Hyatt just really didn't make a proper effort to make a play on the shit. I think that was might have been in the third quarter, maybe. I can't remember exactly when it was, but it was a deep pass down the sideline that I felt like Hyatt could have definitely made a better effort. So I don't. It just, and you're right. I mean, DJ definitely wasn't delivering. He wasn't serving it up tonight, man. Well, yeah, he's not necessarily specializing in the down the field stuff though. But Wandell, you got to get the ball in his hand. Him and the thing about him and like Tyrone Tracy is they're both former running backs, so they have that skill set. You get the ball to them in open field, they have the ability to make guys miss and make plays. But that's what you got to do. You got to be able to scheme these guys into positions to make them successful. That's why Tyrone Tracy was able to make some plays in the second half because they were starting to do that with him in the second half a little bit more. They got to be more consistent with that with Wandale Robinson because that's where his skill set lies. That's where his skill set can pay off. He's not going to be that guy getting the big down the field catches. That's just not what he does. That's not what he brings to the table. And yeah, I was mentioning that the defense was lights out, man. Other than those couple plays, I mean, that's pretty much the difference. I mean, defensively, you had the one big fluke play from Joe Burrow, and you had the big run late in that game from that running back, whose name I can't remember either, Chase Brown. Yeah. So other than that, that's just literally two big plays. Was that's what they got? Like, I mean, sometimes that shit does happen, but like I said, this offense had ample opportunities to make something happen, and they just didn't. They just weren't. Wasn't making it happen at all. Yeah, that was kind of funny too, where he's playing and wanting a flag, and the reality is they was gonna call a flag, it would have been on his ass because he was definitely a lot more handsy than the defender was on that play. But I don't get it, man. Like I said, all I know is I'm going to continue to love this football team. I'm going to continue to support this football team, even though nights like this, it make me really question and scratch my head and wonder why I'm putting myself through this misery. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to bleed blue. And maybe he's not. Maybe he's not it, but at the end of the day, I'm still a believer in there's ways that they can find ways to use him and make him productive. And I think they're not trying hard enough to do that. I think they're just trying to make him be what they want him to be, as opposed to knowing what this kid can do, what he can do, and figuring out ways to use that to our advantage. Absolutely, top to bottom they do, man. I mean, we already know what Malik Neighbors is. Tyler Newman is definitely balling. Drew Phillips is balling. Theo Johnson is definitely starting to make some things happen. And yeah, the rookie class is definitely sharp, man. We got a good rookie class here. Maybe some good potential foundational pieces for the future, man. But definitely need some changes, man. Exactly. There's one way to do it. You got to get the ball. I mean, with his speed, sometimes you get the ball in his hands in the right situations. Who knows what can happen, man? With the kind of speed that Jalen Hyatt has, so that's what I mean. You just got to figure out ways. You got to figure out a way to make it work. I think, and I think we're not. I think this coaching staff is more just frustrated with him maybe not being able to do things that they want him to do, as opposed to just saying, okay, what can this dude do, and let's make it happen. Yeah, I noticed that. It's open a lot. But Daniel Jones seems to get stuck on right now. For instance, now Malik Neighbors out of the lineup. He's stuck on Darius Slayton a lot. Pretty much, he's looking mainly at Darius Slayton and Wan'Dale Robinson every time. That's why that fourth down, even though the Bengals weren't ready for, they weren't even really expecting us to go for it on that fourth down. They were still able to stop it because they knew exactly where he was going with the football, and they were able to break that play up. Like I said, that didn't hurt. Ended up not hurting us because the defense got the ball right back a couple plays later. But still, at the end of the day, can't be predictable like that. You can't just make it that easy. I don't. Not that I can recall, especially not this season for sure. I don't know, man. Like I said, I think you just gotta maybe get away to turn Hyatt into like one of them gadget type players, man, and use him in that kind of way. Because I just don't. He's not looking like he's gonna ever really. Right now, he's not looking like he's gonna be like your traditional wide receiver. It just doesn't seem that way. It seems like he's gonna have to be used more in that gadget type of form, some kind of way, like where you just find ways to get the ball in his hands in unique ways and let him make plays in open space. I don't see him going across the middle making the tough catches, but we'll see, man. See what the future holds, man. Another tough L for the New York Giants, though, and another tough one, man. I mean, yeah, I know the Bengals were a desperate football team, but we could have put them out of their fucking misery tonight, and we had every opportunity to do so. So you got nobody to blame but ourselves for that one. Next week is Eagle Week. We get to visit Saquon Barkley, or we get to Saquon Barkley gets to come visit New York and come visit us again. So that's going to be interesting next week. Eagles are not a good football team as far as I'm concerned. They barely got by the lowly Cleveland Browns today at home. Eagles put no fear in my heart. With that being said, we're most definitely going to still be home underdogs once again to this Philadelphia Eagle football team. And right about now, it's time to make a statement, and that'll be a way to make a statement. Is going out there and knocking them out the box. I couldn't even imagine for that, any fans that are over there right now. This was definitely not one that was worth sitting up for. But so I just figured just go get ready for the Eagles. Let's hope we get Malik Neighbors back in the lineup next week because we're gonna need him. And let's hope for the best, man. That's all I can say. We got to go out there and figure out a way. We can't go down 0-3 in the division. So we got to figure out a way to take care of the Eagles next week. Win a game at home. Just get it done, man. Get it done. The defense, this defense is definitely shaping up and looking like they're looking like a top defense. I mean, big time. I mean, it keeps evolving every week, getting better and better. And if we get that kind of effort from Brian, start getting that kind of effort from Brian Burns on a weekly basis, it can be downright dangerous. Exactly. Everybody puts up points on the Bengals. Everybody has. Everybody they've played has scored points on them all season long. Not the New York Giants, though. Not the New York Giants. It's how it always seems to be. Yeah, like I said, yeah, I predicted that. I said this defense has top 10 ability. I said that before the season even got started. I said that, and it started off a little rough, especially the first week against Minnesota. They got shredded against Minnesota, but we all know how that goes, man. But let's see the Bengals. Well, week one they only scored 10 points when they lost to the Patriots, but other than that, they've been putting up 25 against the Chiefs, 33 against the Commanders, 34 against the Panthers, 41 38 against the Ravens last week. So this team's been scoring like big time points, man, and what this defense was able to do to this offense tonight, like I said, to hold them down like that, to slow them down the way they did, it's impressive stuff, man. Yeah, no Thibodeau for at least a month, and it's really about all I got for tonight, man. I gotta get ready to get out of here. Gotta take care of get some sleep in because I gotta get up in a few hours and I gotta pay the bills, and this ain't paying the bills for me right now. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming through and tapping in with me on this late night little quick aftermath stream. But I'll be back following the Eagles game next Sunday. Immediately following the Eagles game with another edition of the True Blue Aftermath. Make sure y'all go sub up to my channel, MacDaGiantsFan. Hit the thumbs up, hit the hit that like button, subscribe. Go to the Big Blue Crew channel, do the same thing. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Network. Doing big things on the Big Blue Crew Network. Hitting you from every angle. Boxing, football, basketball, baseball. Got it all popping. Even got the wrestling content popping on the Big Blue Network now too. So just go to the Big Blue Crew Network and support support that as well. So make sure y'all tune in Wednesday for another edition of the True Blue. Excuse me. That's why I know I'm tired. Of the Real Deal NFC East Roundup with me and my guy Adam Costas, where we'll be discussing all the NFC East action from Week 6 and looking into the Week 7, previewing the Week 7 action as well, man. So make sure y'all tap into that. And it's your boy Mac the Giants fan. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Peace. I don't know. Look.